Today I wanted to chat a little bit about we are the 5 people that we hang out with. And this is something that I didn't really quite get until I guess I'm a bit older, and now I'm more selective of my time and energy, and I have to be because I feel so sensitive around people. And even today I've just had someone new move into my space, and she's a beautiful friend of my sister's. And this is when we're energetically starting to clear our body and our mind and become more clear vessels of energy, which that is what we are. We're conscious human beings, and our energy systems, we can have more of a light energy system or a heavy energy system. And often or not, if we are eating heavy foods, maybe doing things like weed, alcohol, our energy body might be a little bit heavier, more dense, right? And often or not, when we have like trauma in the system, like heavy emotions, anger, sadness, shame, guilt, this kind of energy is quite, we call it tamasic in yogic terminology. So tamasic means it's like not dark, but like it's more grounding and more heavy energy, and we need this energy in our body. And then we have kind of rajasic energy. Rajasic is more of this dynamic energy. It's kind of like if you think about having a coffee, it kind of keeps you going, that's a more rajasic energy. And then yogic, kind of the yogic path is moving towards sattva. Now sattva is this more clear kind of clear seeing, clarity. It's like kind of like if you think about fresh fruit and tea, and like not caffeinated tea, but like think about anything natural, anything very much connected to nature. It's not being chemical processed, or there's no like nasty things in it. That's sattva. It's like this light energy. And when we're eating and living a more sattvic life, this is when we're going to feel more clear in the mind, in our being, in our energy field. And people feel that. And a big part of my work is helping people shift energy and shift vibration. And as we even just being in interactions with clients, just even my friendships, like when I started seeing a guy, I was saying I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do drugs, and naturally, like when he first started dating me, he was smoking weed, and I said to him very clearly, like, that's just not something that I do. It's not really anything that I want to be surrounded by. I don't like, my dad's an addict, and both my mum and dad have smoked weed my whole life, and weed's just not something. It keeps us kind of in a different energy field vibration. And I understand why people smoke. It's an addiction. When we don't want to be in the body, it's too much, we're feeling too much, we go into the mind, and we don't want to be in the mind, then we go into addictive behavior patterns. And I said to him very clearly, I don't want to tell you what to do, but if we're gonna, it's a boundary for me. I don't want to date someone that has an addictive behavior like my dad. And he quit straight away. Another one of my friends that I've just recently been connecting with, she's also kind of starting on her journey, and I was giving her some sessions, so she's kind of more of a client to begin with. In just like a month of us connecting deeper, she decides she wants to go off alcohol and start cutting out sugar, which is something I also try not to have in my diet. And these shifts is because we're starting to be around people that have I wouldn't like to say higher, but like a clearer vibration. Naturally, as humans, we want to be in this kind of clear vibration because it feels really good to be clear and to be healthy and to be not heavy and not like tired and exhausted and sick. When we're in this more rajasic, tamasic energy, we get sick more, we have more mental instability. When we're living more in the sattvic energy and we're eating more nuts and healthy foods and not having crappy things in our diet, we're naturally just going to feel more light in our body, and therefore more energized and more creative. And that's really a big part of my work in helping women come into this creative energy and this kind of Shakti energy that we have as human beings. But when we're in this denser energy field, when we're not connected to that light body, not connected to that kind of clarity, it's going to be really hard to, you know, be entrepreneurial or be creative or kind of think outside the box, because we're in the matrix. The 9 to 5 world is basically wanting us to stay in this kind of tamasic, heavy energy field, because we're easier to control and manipulate. And yeah, we're kind of more in the fear-based program. And when we're in that fear-based program, we kind of, you know, we're not leaders, we're not following, we're followers, we're not leading, you know. And a big part of my mission is to help women, you know, become the leaders of their life through the Head to Heart movement that I've created, and that I'm teaching women in how to come into that place of sovereignty and yeah, have a clear energy field so they can have that creative energy, and they can, you know, birth projects and businesses and do really cool things in the world. Because yeah, we are the people that we hang out with. So who are you hanging out with? And yeah, like really get clear about what kind of people you want to surround yourself with, because you know, if we're the average of who we hang out with. So if we're gonna be hanging out with people that are smoking, drinking, not living the life that we wish to live, guess what? We're gonna end up kind of in that environment. We're gonna fall to that average. And even for me, when I was living in Bali, like Bali's a very beautiful space, but I definitely felt like I wanted to shift my energy and have a different experience. So came to Australia, Perth, and it's been so beautiful living here. I'm not sure if it's my place forever, who knows, but I do really love it here. And I love the fact that it's close to Bali and I can still be in that space of, yeah, this connection to my spiritual home, which is Bali in India. And you know, having a lot of friends all over the world. And yeah, it's just important that we really are mindful who we hang out with and who we're spending our time and energy with. And yeah, this is something that I'm really learning and just wanting to share this with you, because it's been really important for me. And yeah, I really wish you to feel really good in your mind, body, spirit. So yeah, type in on Google Sattvic diet. And this is really the diet if you want to have that clarity of mind and really feel really good majority of the time. Feel energized, clear, connected to yourself, healthy, vibrant. Then moving towards more sattvic diet is really where you want to be, and less tamasic and rajasic foods, which, you know, like tamasic foods are very much like frozen foods. Meat is quite tamasic. I predominantly have more of a vegetarian diet, but I do eat meat in my diet every now and then. And then rajasic stuff is kind of like more of like spicy foods and eggs, and they say it keeps us more addicted to the ego, coffee, caffeine, and obviously we need a bit of balance of everything. But if we can predominantly be more sattvic in our living, in our eating, it's going to promote more of a clear mind. And yeah, and that's really how we create beautiful things in the world, when this is clear and our heart is open. So yeah, I hope this helps. And yeah, just connecting to who are the people in your environment right now. And sometimes we have to let go of certain people, and that's a part of the awakening journey.